So, yeah, let me have it. You can be honest with me here, okay? I'm not get offended. Strengths as a preacher, like, do I have technical skills or what do you like? Feel free to just tell me right now because this is your moment, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you can always tell me outside of this, but this is the time that we have to dedicate to this. So I can officially say, yes, we're addressing this. Anybody? Huh? Oh, yeah. It's okay. I mean, yeah.
Sometimes I think your sermons are too complex for us.
Man, dude, the first one! So now it's straight into
Excuse me.
okay, I can take it.
No, it's very intellectual. Like, you're very intellectual.
Okay.
Wait, give him the space to elaborate.
And I like how you move your body when you.
What? Why are you looking at his body?
Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Some people like that something wrong. Okay. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I do. There are times where I'm like, okay, this might be a little bit complicated. So yeah. Okay. Yes.
I think I agree. You often have like a lot of like intellect into your sermons, but I think that's like a strength of yours because it's different from the others, and I actually personally like it a lot.
Okay.
Like when you cross-reference verses or through the Bible, like not just like sticking in the sermon. I think it shows like the knowledge you have, and it's also like really good for like us like here. It's like different from like typical pastors who like kind of stick in one section.
Got it.
Like giving more context is better, I think, for me to understand. I like the complexity of like your sermons.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, because you see, unlike Jack Cruz, I don't look at people's bodies, but I do like how you like move around.
Okay. All right.
I think it's like a thing with Pastor Hanley too, where you don't just stay on that podium. You walk around as it's just like a conversation. And that's a really good strength. And the intellectual side is like something that I really enjoy. I like intellectual conversations.
Okay.
Intellectual speeches. So I think it's like, yeah, maybe like the younger people, yeah, maybe it might be hard for them, but personally, like I really enjoy it.
Okay, yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, when I'm in there, I'm thinking about you guys first because you guys are my students. So yeah, and I gotta remember. And then I look out, and I'm like, oh, these kids are just like goofing on. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, yes. Or yes, Sarah.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty when you preach because I think it shows like the real side of Christianity where everybody has struggles, especially within the church where we might think like the church is kind of perfect in a way. So I really appreciate you like bringing to light some of those issues. And I would also say I like that you always mention to take out a pen and paper to take notes.
Okay.
Because sometimes I feel like that's a better way for kids to focus if they're taking notes and not having nothing to do.
Yeah.
But maybe we can provide pens.
That's good. Yeah. So if I will write this stuff down then. Yeah. Thank you. Jacob, did you have something else or?
Yeah, like just a little, but I like how like every time you open, you kind of like, oh, like welcome to like church is what church is about, like what we believe as Christians. Like, many pastors kind of like they kind of jump into their sermon because they expect like it's probably the same kids, right? But I think it's like a little thing, but it's really helpful for like people who are new.
Oh, okay.
Like, makes it more welcoming.
Okay.
I would actually add on to that. I would say I also appreciate how, like, at the end of every sermon, you, like, try to share the gospel. And you don't assume that everyone there is Christian. But you actively go and, like, share the gospel.
Right. Yeah, I do try to put it in there. Sometimes it's shoehorned, but yeah.
And the prayer poems.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's not in vain. Okay.
I was about to say, like, I enjoy that, like, the prayer poems, they feel, like, targeted towards us. You're like, oh, I wrote this poem for you guys.
Okay, yeah, it's true.
Like it wasn't, like, I feel like other teachers, they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, let's just pray, and they just, like, and I don't feel like it's targeted toward us, or it's not as personal, so I do enjoy the prayer.
Okay, yeah, no, thanks. We did the sermon. This is a specific, like, prayer for the sermon, so yeah, thanks for hearing that. Okay, yes.
I also really like the prayer poems.
Okay.
I did want to say, like, on the topic of taking notes, though, I feel like sometimes, like, you move on from slides a little bit quickly and it's hard to write everything down.
Okay, all right. So give a little bit more time. Okay, yeah.
I like how you like to start with a question and you always do this thing at the end where like, oh, let's go back to the beginning.
Okay, yeah. You caught me, yeah.
Like you do that every time, but I think it's actually really like interesting. It kind of like catches my attention. I'm always like, oh wait, like what was the question again? And you repeat it.
Sure,
and,
yeah.
Like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Right. Okay, cool. Yes.
I like the examples at the beginning of your sermons. That, like, in your life, and also like how you make eye contact with people.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it's not too much. It's not too
It's intimidating for
some
Yeah,
people.
I get like, oh shoot.
Specifically with our small group.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I feel adequately praised. Yes. Thank you. Okay. We can move on then. Yeah. Give me your weaknesses. So like some of those things you said people might not like, or they can consider them weaknesses. Yeah. Like it's too intellectual maybe. Yeah. So let me have it so I can improve. Okay, yeah.
When I'm doing AV and you're moving around, it's really hard for us to catch.
Okay, all right, yeah. Maybe there's a trade-off there.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. That's true. Yes. Yes.
It's not really like a weakness, but like sometimes I think it would be helpful if you like wrote like 2 bullet points on like the main like the gist of what you're saying, because sometimes like when I'm listening it's like hard to understand like exactly like what you're talking about, but when I like look at the bullet points on the screen I can like apply that to what you're saying and really like understand what you're saying better, because usually like it's just the verse.
Yeah.
There's like a brief like one little thing.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll just put more explanation on slides. Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I normally just put the verse and then like the point, but yeah, like what I'm doing to explain. Yeah, I don't really do that. Okay. Anybody else?
I think like sharing like some more stories about like your personal life would help like make it more relatable and like, more interactive.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask too. Like, are the illustrations that I give or the examples I do use, are they relatable? Are they not? Like, part of me is like, oh, if I talk about kids, is that relatable to you or not? I guess as long as it helps to illustrate the point, right?
Yeah, I think
okay. All right.
You can
Okay.
understand it, so it makes sense.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
I think sometimes when you're moving the stands from the worship team before the sermon, it might get a little distracting.
Yeah.
Because like it takes time for people to like kind of like get unfocused.
Yeah.
Refocus.
Got
so
it.
maybe like worship team can just move it a little bit more to the side, and then you don't have to worry about it too much.
No, you're right. Yeah. The reason is because when I walk around, like, yeah. But okay, I will figure out a better way to do that. Yeah. Yeah. It is awkward. Okay, guys. All right, thanks. Like I said, you guys can always like give me more, and I think sermons are up and down. Like not all of them are going to be like A+, right? So I appreciate the grace that you give me. Okay, this is something that I wanted to do because I feel like for preachers, like there's a lot of good preachers, right? And there are bad preachers too. But I think the thing that distinguishes the good ones from the bad ones aren't necessarily like the content. Because you can get good content from a lot of places. But I want to know, is there something that makes me actually unique or distinguished amongst preachers? Or, amongst different people? Because I feel like once you figure that out, then it's like, okay, now I know what I do and what makes me unique, and I can exploit that a little bit more. Maybe nothing. Yeah, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it is just like, okay, it's just like, this is it, and that's okay too, Yeah.
Your prayer roles are pretty special.
Okay, yeah, so at least I got that.
At least I got
Yeah, at least I got
That's
that.
huge. You have to write one and remind this.
I do, yeah. Yeah, they're not always great, but yeah. How are you? Oh, okay, yeah.
I like the at the end of each point there's like an application question like will you?
Yeah. Okay.
I also feel like you spend a lot of time on that point. Like you always like read the verse and then you switch to the application point fast. Like it's like nice because like we're like constantly like thinking about that while you're explaining like what's going on. So it's like together better.
Okay. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I do try to get to the application as fast as I can. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? All right, guys. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the time. Come talk to me every time and let me know how I can improve. I'm always like watching my own tapes and very analytical about how I present stuff, and you guys know I record the stuff here too. So yeah, thank you. And I definitely want to help you when I preach. So yeah, I don't want to come across as like, okay, this guy's just doing his thing. No, I am here for you.